Music for global change. Creating music that inspires the world. Welcome to the Music for Global Change broadcast. And now here's your hosts, founder and music ambassador Skyler Jett with Deborah Fenella and Tom Bryant.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to start a revolution? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to start a revolution?
Greetings, namaste, welcome to the Music for Global Change broadcast. Hello, I'm Deborah Fenella, here with the music ambassador Skyler Jett, founder of Music for Global Change, and presenter Tom Bryant. We're really honoured and excited to have our conscious music producer here today, Tony Lindsay. Good evening, Tony. How are you? Namaste.
I am just getting up.
Where you are.
Yes, but you know what? Hey, I'm still alive and I'm happy.
Oh, bless
That's the most important thing.
Oh, yesterday was my birthday, by the way.
Happy
happy
birthday,
birthday.
brother.
Yes.
Birthday to you.
Did you have a magical birthday?
I just turned 35.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, congratulations. Maybe we should sing happy birthday, Skyler. What do you think?
I love him. He wouldn't want me to do that.
Yeah.
But Tony, you only got 300 years to go, man.
I know.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Because I'll never see 35 again, that's for sure.
You're as old as you feel, so they say, don't they? Young at heart, which is good.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? My thing is if I hadn't accomplished anything, then it would bother me. But I'm good.
You've done amazing work, haven't you? Because they say you've been the lead singer, vocalist for Santana for over 25 years. You've won 11 Grammys. You've done a lot of touring, all over the world. And you're due to actually release your latest album, I believe, so Skyler told me this evening. Now, is that one called Soul Soldier? I've been doing a little bit of research. Is that the name of your latest?
That's the latest. It'd be released on the 22nd of October.
Wow!
But what I've done since I got CD copies back now, I told my fans if they'd like to get do a pre-sale.
Yes, they can today.
So that they can have it before everybody else gets it, then they can order it through my website.
Oh, nice. Fantastic! So is that from today, Tony, that people can actually order it?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Ooh. So anyone out there that wants to order it, how can they actually order it online from your website?
Through my website is TonyLindsay.com. TonyLindsay.com.
Oh, it's nice and easy as well, isn't it?
Cool.
Now, going back to the name Soul Soldier, please tell us a little bit the reason behind you actually chose that name for your latest album, please.
Because while I was writing a song, that title happened to come up in my head when I wrote the song, and that's a perfect title for an album.
That's right.
So that was a no-brainer.
Yeah,
I like the name because it almost reminds me like soldiering on. No matter what life's thrown at you, you soldier on, you pick yourself up, dust yourself down and keep going. Is that your sort of motive behind it, Tony, with regards to your life and what you've gone through yourself?
There you go. The chorus is until my time is over. Yeah. I'm gonna keep marching like a soul soldier.
Fantastic.
I won't look back. I've been there, I've done that. Because
Okay.
you'll never find your future looking over your shoulder.
Wow.
That is so true.
So true.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
And how many songs are in your album?
Yes, it is.
Tony, altogether, how many songs are there in your album?
There's 11.
Wow, 11.
11 songs on it.
That's a master number in numerology. It's a lucky number 11.
Really?
Yes, so it is known as the master number, manifesting
I had no
desires. And also the fact that you're releasing on the 22nd, that's 211, so it's manifesting your desires, and it's the master number that you're the master of your own destiny through numerology. So it's going to be very lucky for you.
I had no idea.
Didn't you?
Tony, you get everything here, man. You get everything.
You certainly do.
Wow.
Really,
I like
Skyler.
that.
We like to go the extra mile.
I want to know something.
Uh-oh, I didn't do it.
Because I got to pull us back into music for global change.
Of course.
And with the titles that you've written here, you know what I mean? That's music for global change.
That's true.
It is, isn't it? Soul Soldier, soldiering on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, coming together, it brings people together, right?
Yes.
That's true.
And we are one, right?
Yes.
I love you, and I want to thank you for writing some social conscious songs, because we need more of those than ever right now.
Yeah. And the first tune on the CD is All Is One.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
No, all my life I've written about me, or maybe a relationship I was in and all the stuff like that. But it wasn't until I started writing social conscious music, it you know, actually you sharing and you giving back.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a cool thing for me, because it don't cost me nothing to do that. It's, you know, share positivity. Instead of talking about myself, talk about ways we can heal, educate, and solve problems. Right?
There you go.
And it could be with any instrumentation whatsoever. It's just the language you know, that we're after. It's not talking about ourselves and relationships, right? And I've said this last week, and I'm gonna say it I did the numbers. There's 347 million love songs. 347 million love songs.
And we all talk about that same one thing. That's it.
There's no way to explain love that you can't find the right song for it, right? And then when I punched in social conscious music, it said 71 million. Well, that's encouraging for me and this movement that I got going, because there's been 71 million people that's written love songs, but there's never been a platform for it. And like I said, you have jazz, you have blues, rock. There's these genres, right? And somebody had to start those genres. And you can believe it wasn't a party when they first started it. They still had to go out and find people to get involved in it, right?
Right.
Well, I'm lucky because there's 71 million songs like this already. Now, if I go find writers and inspire people to write more of these songs, then we can get in the direction of festivals, spreading more love, bringing the temperatures down with positive music, right? If you're not hearing it, that's the problem, right? If you're not hearing any positive music or ways that we can change or help each other change, that's the problem. That's why we need this platform. And songs like yours and we had Greg Scott last week. He had a song.
Greg Scott.
Yeah, he had the song for the Olympics, the 2020 Olympics.
Oh wow!
Right? Oh no, man, it's big. NBC picked it up. It was huge, but it was a song about social consciousness, right? So everybody that I'm inviting on the show is because of the songs that you've written about social consciousness, and I want to thank you for that. You know?
Oh yeah, there's another one on the CD too. It's called "I Believe in You." Pictures of the world's conflicts and changes.
Yeah.
Visions that see more than black and white. Hatred towards the skin that we live in. But a youthful heart sees love with an open mind. That's the first verse.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Teddy Hayes. How are you today?
Hey, how are
Hi.
you? Hey, Teddy.
Fine, thank
What's
you.
up, brother?
How are you?
I'm good.
Bless you. Lovely to have you on the show. I say you're an amazing writer, producer, filmmaker, and also conscious music composer as well. We're really blessed to have you on the show today with also conscious music composer Tony Lindsay. And this is Tom.
Hey, Tony, how you doing?
What's up there, brother man?
I'm okay.
What's up with you?
I'm all wrapped up here because I'm up in the north of England. And it's kind of cool up here, so I'm all wrapped up.
It's so wonderful you brothers can meet with each other, man. Teddy lives over here, been here way longer than me, right? And
25 years.
And
wow.
Doing plays and everything else, writing books and producing music and everything else over here, man. It's great that you guys link up together, you know?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Really excited.
Where you from?
On the show.
Yeah, where you from, Teddy?
Originally Cleveland, Ohio.
Uh-oh. One of my best buddies was from Cleveland. A guy named by the name of Elliot Lewis. He passed away back a few years ago.
Piano player?
Yeah. Oh, you don't tell me you know Elliot.
Yeah, I knew Elliot. He moved out to California, didn't he?
Yeah, man. Did you know he died about 20 years ago?
Yeah, died in the swimming pool.
I can't believe this.
Wait a minute.
I cannot believe this.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I'm going to charge you guys if you have a good time here. Now, Van Peebles, right? You know,
Yeah.
Van. Okay, this brother here, he'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah. Well, me and Melvin was friends for like 40 years, and I used to be work for him for 3 years.
Okay.
I mean, we did lots and lots of projects together.
Huh.
Teddy, he just played over here. What's the name of that place?
Did it Pizza Express? That was like almost 2 years ago now, though.
Yeah. Oh, man, not the one on Dean Street.
I know that. What is it? 2 or 3 of them? Yeah, it's in London.
When I first got over to London, about a year after I got over to London, I used to play Pizza Express because they used to have pianos in the Pizza Expresses.
Exactly.
And my boy Chris Jerome, he played the piano and I do the vocals. And we used to go to the Pizza Express and they used to give us $50 plus a pizza.
Yo, it wasn't too much different when I did it 2 years ago. It was pretty close to that too.
Yeah. Well, we did a lot of them, man. We did. It was great because sometimes you only have like 5 people in the thing, so it was like a rehearsal for us, you know.
Right.
We just do what we want to do, you know.
It was a nice room though, man. It was downstairs.
Yeah.
It was really nice. I mean, it sounded great down there.
And the music lovers had a great time. That's all that mattered, right?
Yeah.
But see, my thing is, I'm trying to get back over there. I'm trying to find, some promoters over there that can get stuff played on the radio and stuff that can run with my stuff and get it on the air and all that kind of thing.
There's people that can do it. Teddy.
Yeah.
Look at them 11 Grammys over there sitting in back.
I'm checking them out. Yeah.
What is this Grammy? There's American Music Award and all kinds of stuff in there.
Wow. But listen, man, I mean, you're doing it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Fill up another cabinet.
There you go. See, now what I'm trying to do it is on the independent level now.
Yeah.
Because that was with Santana, but you know how it is when you start getting these kind of accolades and you start getting these awards and stuff, and you do them on your own. It means way more than anything that you got.
Absolutely. But that's why I came to England, because I was working for a lot of people and doing good work and getting paid well for it, but I needed to have my name on the stuff, and that's why I made the move. And I was glad I did, because it's sometimes the road is a little harder, but at least when you make the success, it's your success.
That's right.
And it's not somebody else's success.
Right. I mean, we've all helped a lot of people with their with their music. And what's great is, after we're gone, our names are still sitting in somebody's house.
That's right.
I mean? Yeah. Nothing feels like when you create it from your heart yourself.
Yeah.
That's why they was there, because
people remember performances that you might give, 20, 30 years down. Oh, I remember I saw you there, and I saw them there in that place, and it was electric. Because that feeling doesn't go away. It's branded on their brain and in their emotions, and that's what an art is about. It touches you in a way that you never forget. I was writing in the States a series of detective books. I couldn't get anybody even to publish it. I got published here in London, and then suddenly I was news in America. Oh, you published it? Yeah. So then people started, buying my books, putting them in American libraries and everything. In fact, I just went on Messenger yesterday, and a guy has a website called I Found a Great Book.
Wow.
And he's doing a feature on me for this week and next week on his website.
All right.
So, yeah, I mean, about the Devil Barnett.
Well done.
Yeah,
There you go.
So, I mean, so, you know, I've been writing the books for a long time. I've been publishing them for 20 years now almost. And, you know.
And you're an amazing author. Teddy, you're amazing.
Yeah, more and more
I think
people.
it was fate, wasn't it, that you was meant to come to the UK to get recognised, and then your doors.
I think so, yeah.
Because you've had an amazing path. As say, music was not your only passion. It began, in high school, and you also loved the music, didn't you? You was an avid reader, and inspired it growing interest in films and plays, and a member of the drama club as well. You loved Agatha Christie, Sherlock Holmes, and that was like your inspiration, wasn't it?
I was a weirdo.
But everyone loves a detective story, especially in the UK. I must admit, my husband and I, we are hooked on detective stories. We love watching them. And
Simon Templar.
Well, we do love it, and I think in the UK there's definitely more of appreciation for it. Like you say, it's that sort of mystery behind the story, isn't it? And who done it, and what obviously led to that person to commit that crime or whatever offence that they did commit in the beginning. So going back to your storylines, Teddy, with regards to the characters and that, how does it sort of like take you to sort of think of these characters, and what inspired you behind your very first book that you wrote, please?
I was working on a project for Don King, the boxing promoter, and I had to put I was doing some publicity at the time, and I had to do a special magazine. And I had to get this magazine out quick because they were going to Vegas to do a fight promotion and everything. And I said, okay, I can do this. So I went to a printer that I knew, and a printer, had this guy every day. I come in, he'd be there. He'd say, "Hey, baby, give me $1. Give me $1." Okay, and I just see him, and just a guy. I didn't know nothing about it. And then the guy was telling me, say, "Man, you know his story?" I says, "No." He says, he used to be in Vietnam, and he was like a sniper, and he had like over 300 and something kills. I says, "What?"
Oh.
He says, "Yeah." He says, and it messed up his mind, and he can't function anymore, and he sleeps under one of these benches at night, and he drinks. And I said, "Oh, that's an interesting story." And I started to think about, okay, here's a guy who was an assassin, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, what if I could create a guy who has overcome that and goes back into society and tries to do something and becomes a private detective? And so that's how I got the idea for creating Devil Barnett,
really cool.
a guy who's an assassin, but always is on the trail of trying to redeem himself for the bad things that he did. And he's still messed up because he really can't have a proper relationship with a woman, even though the women like him, and he has girlfriends and that, but he would like a family, but his past doesn't allow him, because he's always thinking, well, what if somebody comes after me and then comes after my family?
Right.
So,
but man, that sounds like it could be a really cool movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've introduced Skyler to my friend Liz Presley as well, and she's now part of Music for Global Change, Elvis's daughter, isn't she, Skyler?
That's
and
right.
she's doing a fantastic job helping us, with pushing Music for Global Change forward, and also supporting us with, hopefully next July, we're going to do our very first music festival, Skyler, aren't we?
We're
working towards it,
so
fingers crossed.
I
was telling somebody about that today. I think that is a wonderful idea.
And I want people from different parts of the world to come in and do this concert and show Music for Global Change. But there's no love songs. It's all about songs that you create that it's about healing, educating, and solving problems.
I heard that.
There's 330 million Americans, 960 million Europeans compared to 330. Only thing is, America they don't let the Europeans in to market with their music in the States, like vice versa, right? So I can drive all the way through Europe and turn it channel surf and play all the American music that I want to, but it's not that way at home.
Well, it used to be that way. I mean, look at the Beatles and a lot of the other rock groups that came over here doing stuff. They're really popular, man. It's like,
that's right.
They came through here and tore this place up.
I know, but the thing about it is a handful of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Compared to what they let in over here as far as American music, right? And when I had my radio show and I started having Europeans on my show once a month, it made all the difference because people would go, "Who was that, Skyler?" I said, that's my friends in Portugal. That's my friends in Switzerland, once a month, right? And they go, "Man, that music was amazing, right?" And I'm like, okay, so when I get over here, I'm gonna do the same thing. And what I've been doing is not only doing duets with a lot of artists that's from different countries, and it opened up my fan base like that, but we can all do that because we have Skype and the technology. I can write a song with you just like this. I've written over 30 songs just like this, sitting in front of a camera on different countries, right? Okay, compared to all the love songs that you've written all these years, how many social conscious songs have you written?
Wow. Well, yeah, actually, you know what? In comparison, probably a lot more love songs than the social conscious. But I've definitely have written. Matter of fact, I don't know. Years ago, this one song that I presented to Santana was called "Where Do They Go?" That's the title of the tune.
And what's it about?
And it was about homeless people.
Okay.
Where do they go? Where do they go when it rains?
Right.
To mend their heartaches and pain.
Yeah.
Where do they go from winter's cold? All that kind of stuff.
What'd you do with it?
Oh, it's on one of my CDs because Carlos didn't do it. So the way I write stuff is I make sure that even if I'm trying to write for somebody else, I write it in a way so when I do it myself, it's still going to have that same impact, because I don't waste songs anymore. I've done that in the past too. You try to write for a particular person or a group or whatever, and they never end up doing the doggone song. And it's like, here, you got a good song just sitting there because you've focused on one brand instead of making it a universal and general thing.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I don't write for any particular people anymore. So I write a tune, you like it, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and go for it.
Yeah, but those are the songs that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Even the ones that you never did anything with, right?
I got a bunch of them.
Well, that's like walking in your wonderful light.
Yes,
that's right.
most definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I wrote that song 38 years ago. I wrote it because I just wanted a song to reflect that positivity feeling that people have, when they feel the light of the universe come into them, and they may have to go to the creator and say, look, I need some help. I need to walk in the light. Enlighten my world. And that song, I had it in a couple of different plays actually. And here comes along this woman who I met in 1997, 96, I think. She told me, she said, I like this song. I'm gonna record this song. And the friend who introduced me to it was my old buddy Mike Abbott, who was a great promoter. He's the one who discovered Van McCoy in The Hustle. Yeah. He's the one who said, do the hustle? Do the hustle. Nobody believed in this song. He brought it out, and he said at first, Van, the record company, Hugo and Luigi in New York, small company, they were working with Van. Yeah. And Van said, hey, they went in the studio and they had some extra time. Yeah. And Van said, look, I'm gonna do this instrumental. And he said, send it back. And Hugo and Luigi said, Van, what you doing? This song ain't got no lyrics. I mean, this ain't got no lead vocal. Nobody gonna buy this song. And Mike said, hey, if Van says he's got something, listen to him.
Okay.
And so they said, okay, we're going to put out 500 just to shut Van up.
Yeah.
5 million records later, they're talking about, oh, Van's a genius, you know.
Yeah, you are. If you can turn 500 into 5 million.
5 million.
But this same guy, Mike Abbott, told this girl, Rhonda Towns, about my song, Walking in Your Wonderful Light. He said, Teddy's got a song for you, Rhonda. Okay, fine. So this is 1996. Yeah. Rhonda said, I'm going to do this song. Okay. I ain't hear from Rhonda for about 10 years. Then she called me. She says, you know, I recorded it. I said, okay, great. She said, I'm going to bring it out. I said, when? She said, I'm going through some changes in my life. Once I get that done, I'm going to do it. Okay, fine. I didn't hear for another 10 years. Okay. Then about 6 months ago, she called me. She said, I used the song. I went to Nashville. I had strings put on it and everything. Okay, great. She said, I'm going to release it now. I said, okay, cool. So she did. And she kept calling me every 2 weeks. She said, it's moving up. It's moving up. Last week, it hit #1 on the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that right?
#1. I'm like, what?
It's amazing.
Congratulations. Music road chart, still going up. And it's on #40 in the Black Gospel chart. Now, this is a country artist.
Yeah.
So this is a song that's still going up the charts,
Yeah.
but it's a song about positivity, and it touches people because it's talking about walking in your wonderful light.
You know? Sound like a gospel song.
Yes, it is. Yes.
The perfect title, isn't it? Especially what's happening, planetary changes at this moment in time. It is, you know, be your wonderful light, shine bright, and that's what the message is.
Well, you know, and even people, you can take it different ways. People can say, okay, you can walk in the light of the Creator. You can walk in your own light. You can walk in a wonderful light, and just that self-discovery and self-reflection. Yes. But and I think the first two says. First words was there was a time I felt so low I had nowhere to go. I was barely holding on. All of my hope was gone. Then you came, turned my world around. Then you came, put my feet back on the ground. With your love inside of me, everything is bright. Now that I'm walking in your light.
Oh, I love it.
Come on.
Fantastic.
Well
done.
That resonates.
No.
Yes, and to feel good tune, isn't it? You know, it's sending that positive message to the world. Be your wonderful light. You know, we can all be
you don't have to be. You don't have to be okay. I'm down. Think about it a different way. You know, think positive. Think positive. You know, walk in the light of a positive mindset. You know,
that's right.
We had my co-host on from last week, Denise Newton, and we had a radio show, you know, for 3
I remember Denise Newton.
Yeah, we had you on. It's 3. You remember our radio show, Solutions?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's where I got this concept, kind of like, right? But what happened was 3 years of doing radio over there, and my show came on at 6 o'clock in the evening on Tuesday. But when I moved over here, that's 8 hours, ahead. That's like 2 o'clock in the morning or so. I stopped that until I met Deborah and Tom. You know, they like, well, we can do this. I'm like, man, you know what? I've done this before. Let me just apply it to what I did before, and just bring on amazing guests to talk about, you know, positive music and how we can make it happen, right? But one thing Denise said last week that I loved the most, she said, and she was a school teacher for many years, and well, a lot of stuff she went through. But anyway, she goes, when I come home after being out all day and if stuff is coming at me and it's got me all wind up and stuff like that, I just put some music on it. It takes it away.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Yeah.
That was really beautiful to hear that from a person that has nothing to do with our industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That a trip? Well, you know how it is, even with us. I mean, we can have all kinds of stuff going on in our lives, but the minute I walk on that stage, everything is gone for the time that I'm up there doing what I'm doing.
That's right.
Yeah.
I ain't thinking about whatever problem that was, man. It's like,
wow.
And the same thing is when other people come, they see you and they feel the same way.
Yeah.
You take them into another world, into another emotional world where, where they're feeling what you're feeling. Exactly. You're saying the words, they're taking it inside, you know, and Deborah, you and Tom know that when people feel something, they express it. They want to express that, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
They certainly do. What was the very first song that you ever wrote, Teddy? Please, can you tell us a little bit about your very first song that you wrote and what inspired you to write it as well, please?
Wow.
Sorry.
This is a crazy story. The first song I ever wrote and got published was called I Remember Bobby Blue. I told you this story about a guy. I met a guy in LA, and the guy came to me. He said, man, he says, I'm going to do something called the drug dealer's last stand. And I mean,
that sounds like a movie too.
Oh, right there.
And so he said, I want you to write something for it. I said, okay. And then I met this guy in LA, you know, at the Comedy Store. Remember the Comedy Store?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
it's still there.
Yeah,
it's still there.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I met this guy. He said, okay, man, I want you to write this. I wrote it, and then the guy disappeared. I hadn't seen. Then I moved to New York, and then I saw the guy walking down the street.
In New York.
Oh.
Yeah. Then the guy said, hey, man, he says, you know that song like a few months ago? I said, yeah, I thought you forgot. He said, no. He says, I worked on some things. He said, and then he started talking. He says, man, I got like this drug. He said, I developed the concept, and I'm gonna get Muhammad Ali, Frank Sinatra. I'm gonna get Jimmy Carter on this record. Everybody. I'm saying, ooh, this guy's smoking some deep stuff. if he thinks that's gonna happen. But then he came back to me about a week later. He said, hey man, here's a ticket. I said, what's this for? He said, we got to go to Nashville. I said, Nashville, what for? He said, we're going to meet Johnny Cash. I'm going to try to get him to do a song.
Okay.
Amazing.
And he gave me the ticket. We went out to LaGuardia, went down to Tennessee, went to Johnny's ranch, and met Johnny Cash.
Is that
Johnny
right?
said, hey,
amazing. A wonderful opportunity.
And he said, look, I mean, he said, look, he says, I don't want to do it. He said, but I wish you guys the best. Okay. That was cool. And so again, I went back. He said, look, you go in the studio and you do the song. He said, and then I'll try to get somebody to do it. I said, okay, cool. So I go in this little studio in New York and I do the song. And we didn't have no instruments. The engineer had to play the piano. So on this tune, all it is the engineer following me on the piano. Said, oh man. He said, wow. He said, don't worry, it's like just a demo to show up.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
But wait, I didn't think about this like for another 6 months. Then the guy, one day, a knock came on the door of the office while I was working in Melvin's office. And the guy said, special delivery. I said, what is this? He gave me an album. And on this album was my song.
Oh, wow.
Me doing the original version with the piano.
Is it a compilation? Yeah.
But check this out. It was about the drug dealer's last stand, but on the album, it was my song, but guess who else was spoken word? Frank Sinatra, Jimmy Carter.
Wait, what?
No.
Wow, that's phenomenal. Congratulations.
And he got nominated for a Grammy for the best children's spoken word for.
Oh, man.
And I was telling somebody and they didn't believe me. And I said, they said, well, do you have the album? I said, no, because I don't know what happened to it. But then I went on eBay and I found the album.
Oh, wow.
Did you buy it?
Yeah.
Did you buy it, Teddy?
I mean, it's crazy, but that was the first song I ever wrote. It was called Nowheresville. I Remember Bobby Blue, and it was about this kid who gets caught up in the drug and he gets shot, but his family are too hurt and they're from the South and they don't want to tell people that their kid died from drugs, so they tell people that he got shot.
Okay.
Bless him.
Teddy,
so that was the first. Yeah.
Teddy,
Yeah.
you got to tell Tony where hip hop came from.
Oh man, Tony, I was in New York, right? And I was a road manager for Roberta Flack, right? Back in '77. Yeah. Me, but look who was on the road. You know, you heard Anthony Jackson, the bass player?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Anthony Jackson, Crusher Bennett playing percussion, Mtume was playing percussion also. Howard King playing drums, Harry Whitaker on piano. So we go all around the world. I'm the road manager. I don't know nothing. All I'm doing is like, you want to be in this room? Okay, you didn't get this in your room. You know, this is what the contract said.
Right.
I'm young. I'm a newbie, man. I'm totally a newbie.
I gotta take this call.
Okay.
Wait.
I'll be back. This is from
Okay, cool.
CD Baby.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I'll be back.
bless up, brother.
Yeah.
Tony here.
So you know what happened, Scott? That was just hip hop came, and I was there. I was walking down the street, and I saw these guys with a tape machine, and they was doing boom, boom. I said, "Hey, that's interesting."
Yeah.
Yeah, beatbox.
Yeah.
And we went in the studio, and one of the drummers said, "Let's do a break beat." I said, "What's a break beat?"
Oh.
He said, "We're gonna stop in the middle of the tune, and everybody, we just gonna play like percussions for 30 seconds. I say, I ain't never heard of that before. I said, but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
And what happened, man, is, and this is like just when sampling was starting to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a distributor who was a local guy. And I put the record with him, and we were selling lots of records just to the record shops, but I didn't have a real distributor.
Right.
I would get the records and put them in a shopping cart, and take them, take them to the record store, you know.
Yeah.
And they were buying them, and they were selling good. And then I went back to the distributor. I said, man, what's happening to the records that you say you're gonna sell? He said, "Ah, man," he said, "you know," he said, "records just fell off." Yeah. But then other people were saying, "Hey, man, congratulations." I said, "Congratulations for what?" They said, "Your record, man, they playing it in all the clubs." I said, "Really?" And so I talked to my boy who was going to the same record pressing plant. He says, "Man," he says, "what you mean your record ain't selling?" I said, "Well, the distributor said my record wasn't selling no more." He said, "Man," he said, "you need to go talk to that guy." He said, "because I was over there and your records were stacked up like up to the ceiling, 2 or 3 rows of your records."
Really? So he's lying to you?
Guys selling my records and ain't paying me?
Yep, that's exactly where.
He said, "Yeah, man." I said, "Oh man, I gotta talk to this guy." So I called the guy up. I said, "Hey man, they tell me you got me selling my records and they pay me." "Well, I ain't selling your records. You can't talk to me." I said, "Okay." I said, "Listen, man," I don't want it. So I knew a guy called. I said, "Listen, man, I need some help." The guy paid up.
Hey, sometimes drastic situations come down.
Yeah, man.
I
mean, but that was like, okay. And funnily enough, this same guy got busted for counterfeiting records.
Okay.
He was counterfeiting everybody's records, like Stevie Wonder, Bruce Springsteen, and they put him in prison.
Yeah. Well, he deserved where he was going, right?
Yeah.
So Teddy, what does conscious music mean to you?
Well, Deborah, I think what it means is that you do music that's not necessarily for just you, but for the soul of people. Like Marvin Gaye was talking about what's going on. It was a question, he wasn't just asking himself, he was asking the world, what's going on? Why does this have to happen? And I think when you write music like that, it will reflect in a different way. Like Skyler.
BMI.
Larry's information in. He can't hear you, man.
So I don't know what the heck.
Y'all hear him though, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Not too bad. Not too bad, man.
Continue. Sorry, man.
But I think Deborah, is the kind of thing that if you're writing a song and you're writing for, you're writing you're thinking about people's problems. How can this music touch people? Like, I think the first time I ever had heard music that made me think like that was back in the 60s when Curtis Mayfield wrote People Get Ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the first time I'd ever realized that a song could make me feel a certain way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And because he was talking about the civil rights struggle. Mm-hmm. Say, people get ready, there's a change coming.
Yes.
Don't need no ticket, just get on board.
That's right. That's right.
And then the next one was, I think, Sam Cooke. I was born by the river in a little tent, just like the river, Lord. I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Yes, it will.
Right.
It was that feeling that, okay, yeah. It's talking to more than just me. It's talking about a situation.
Most definitely.
Who else?
Bob Dylan.
Yes.
It's a hard rain's gonna fall.
Yeah.
You know, he said, I knew a blind man, you know, I knew a white man who walked a black dog. I saw a girl who was sitting next to a dead pony. It's a hard rain. I said, ooh, this guy's talking all this. I mean, the images were crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I mean, because Dylan was saying things that was like, you know, he's talking about stepping into the mouth of a graveyard. And he was saying, basically, if the society doesn't wake up, there's going to be serious repercussions.
Which is so true, isn't it? Wake up world.
Yeah, I mean, that was very,
isn't it, Teddy? Wake up
very
world.
strong song.
Yeah, man. I mean,
it's important.
Well, Marvin Gaye, what's going on?
Marvin Gaye, what's going on? Yeah, you know, all of those kinds of
John Lennon, Imagine.
Michael Jackson as well, the Earth song. I mean, again, that was a big message that Michael Jackson was sending out to the world, wasn't he?
I'm just saying, this music is so powerful, and
it is.
The What's Going On album just passed 50 years a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
50 years, right? That man was a prophet.
Without a doubt.
If you listen to the lyrical content, he's talking about today.
Yeah. He is. He was definitely a prophet, John Lennon, wasn't he? Like
that's 50 years ago he talked about today, right? Amazing.
He was amazing. And his memory lives on even today, Skyler, doesn't it, with his music? Because everyone knows John Lennon for the song Imagine. I mean, I'd say that's one of his greatest hits he ever wrote, really, personally, wouldn't you?
Imagine Peace is what he was
all
saying.
About peace, wasn't he? He was a huge promoter of peace.
Right.
Across to humanity.
Another song that touched me a lot was Sting, We Dance Alone, when he's talking about the mothers who were missing their families, who had disappeared. They you know, the army had taken them and killed them, and they didn't know where their sons and the fathers were. So these women would come out and they would do a protest. They would do protests in South America saying, the army has taken our children. Where are they? We can't touch them. So they danced. They danced alone. Ooh, that was tough. You know, that was very, very significant.
I'm back.
Yeah. By popular demand.
We were just talking about conscious music, and Teddy was explaining what conscious music means to him. What does conscious music mean to you? Thank you, Teddy. Tony, so what would you say that conscious music means to you?
Oh, I'm sure it's probably the same thing. You know, it's just being aware of our surroundings and treating people the way we want to be treated, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, that's what it is. You know, and it's easy to know the difference between the two, because right now the world is so doggone screwed up.
It is.
that it's easy to know that the direction we're heading in, it's not going to work. We're definitely headed for disaster. So,
but we can use the music, to bring the temperature down.
We have to.
You know what I mean? Like I saw it happen, but news ain't all bad. there's good news going on in people's lives too every day, right?
Right.
And those people don't get celebrated. People that do something for other people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kindness.
Well, I'll tell you a song you may not think of as being a song for social change, but it was a tremendous one because it made people look at things in a slightly different way. Grandma's Hands.
Right?
Yes.
Grandma's Hands. Went to church on Sunday morning.
That's
Grandma's
right.
Hands.
Yeah.
Healed the local unwed mother.
That's right.
Grandma's Hands.
Yeah.
Oh man, Grandma's Hands did a lot of things. They helped people, and that was that made you think. Well, hey, maybe Grandma's Hands. I could have some Grandma's Hands.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, look at it. Which we're back to this same point from back when Marvin Gaye wrote "What's Going On."
Yeah.
Nothing has changed. Nothing.
No.
It's actually probably even worse now.
Yeah.
Man,
but we're still human. We're still human.
When he was giving us hints about the environment by saying fish full of mercury.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Well, the thing is that the thing that I'm really feeling good about is the younger generation. They don't understand any of this stuff that's going on. It's like, what? Yeah. Why does so and so not like so? That don't make any sense to them.
Yeah.
So that's the positive thing. My son, man, I'm gonna tell you, he's so naive with a lot of stuff that it kind of scared me because he kind of trusts everybody.
But it's a good place to start trusting because we all human, man. That's the language we all speak. We all care about our safety. Right. We all care about our children. We all want to be happy. We all laugh. And I was telling somebody the other day talking about social change. I said, I look at it in a kind of interesting way, a different way. I said, if you take a Chinese guy, an Indian guy, an African guy, a Swedish guy, if each of those guys fell off and needed a blood transfusion, you could go from any place in the world and get blood for those guys to survive.
That's right.
I said, because basically we are all one people.
Well, I come from
the answer, Teddy. I think personally, stop all discrimination. We are all one, and peace is the answer.
All the time.
We're the same people. We're actually the same people. I mean,
I put my pants on one leg at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
just like you guys.
But just like people can teach hatred, you can teach love through music.
Hey guys, thank you for coming on. There we go. Namaste.
Namaste, family. Keep shining bright.
Thank you, man.
Peace.
All right.
Bless you.
Again, Tom and Deborah, I love you.
Yes. Love you too, Teddy. God bless you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste. Bye.
What's love?
All right.
Bye, Teddy.
Okay.
God bless you.
See you later. Okay.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Save the world. Music can save the world.